What up, bitches? It's Chad Wharton here, and I'm here to talk about that PS triple, the PS triple, I'm alright. I'm just kidding. Let me stop giving away my age and my YouTube age of how long I've been here for. Bowling. Oh, let me stop. So since I've got a lot of you guys' attention, for all you mediocre Negroes who have been playing NBA 2K19. Yeah, that one with the Lonzo Ball edition, one with him on the cover, um, throwing his brother's stolen glasses, the ones he stole in China, at the 3-point line, while you're getting your ass kicked in my park mode. All of you mediocre Negroes, gather around and listen up. But before I begin, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna call you out right now because this has been a video that I've been meaning to do for the longest time, and probably ever since I came on YouTube, especially under the Sanitos Clutch account. But what I've been noticing from a lot of you mediocre Negroes, I'm going to use that term a lot in this video because with the way things have been going in the past few years, not even a few years, probably like over 2 decades, a lot of you guys out there sicken me. A lot of you guys out there make me feel pathetic. And a lot of you guys out there have lowered your standards to a whole new nadir. Look up the word if you don't know what that is. Or nadir. But for all of you guys out there who tend to... Yeah, I'm just going to say it. A lot of you Negroes are into the kind of women that I like to call Instafat Thots. Chicks you call thick. Chicks you call pogs. But in reality, they're just hogs. Now, I know this is going to trigger a lot of you guys out there, including some people, well, a lot of people who might consider me fellow YouTuber. And to those guys, and this isn't backing down, confronting anyone in particular, but I've actually had video debates with certain individuals, including one Solo TV84. And shout out to him. Great channel, especially if you're talking about chicks, talking about crypto as of late, and stuff that men care about. So go on and check his channel out and sub to his channel. Tell him Clutch sent you there. Granted, a lot of you guys who sub to his channel probably know who he is. But in the case of Solo TV84, I've seen the women that he would consider thick but attractive. And personally, I've seen much worse. So this is the video out to you, brah. Chill out, man. Don't worry about it. And there are some other men who claim that they're fans of thicker women or women with fat asses. I know one guy, Ron Wills, shout out to him. Mr. Southeast Rom. But you can tell him no, but stand up. Let me stop. But I know he's a fan of chicks with a big ass. But I believe in his case, like Solo TV84, that when it comes to the chicks with the bigger asses, he probably has a bit more of a respectful, tolerable taste. But a lot of you mediocre Negroes out there, I beg to differ. I beg to differ the kind of women you all bag. And it's simple. A lot of you all have no, and I mean absolutely no standards. And if you want to call it down the line, the reason why a lot of you have no standards are for 2 main purposes. 2 main things I'm going to point out. One, a lot of you are just plainly accustomed to it and haven't really lived in the world where women have a proper BMI index. I know a lot of your mamas, your aunties, your sisters, and sisters, and your cousins. I know a lot of them are probably more on the overweight side. Are probably more on the thick side. And in some cases, have told you and have convinced you that you don't want a girl to beat on her bones. Boy. Boy, you better bring a girl home who can eat. Shit, I cook all this hog mogs, all this chitlins, and all this green bean collard sandwiches, collard green sandwiches. All that for Sunday dinner. Girl, you just need a girl who can eat, nigga. That's how a lot of you mamas are. Let's be honest, because I see how a lot of you guys are. And it couldn't be from competent upbringings. But besides that, I know a lot of you don't have an Oedipus Rex complex of getting with someone like your mom or your sister. But let's face facts. A lot of you are used to that. That's what a lot of you were raised around, and you all just don't know any better. And that's fair enough, to an extent. But the second reason that a lot of you guys tend to go after what you all call the pogs and the I like to call them, well, just the pogs and the dick girls. I like to call them, once again, Instafat Thots, is because a lot of you think that you can't do any better. And considering the image that the black man has taken throughout the past, I'd say especially 15 to 20 years, it seems like we can't do any better. I mean, I've seen the black male image go from one of Magic Johnson and O.J. Simpson and Michael Jordan to Lil Yachty, LeBron James, and O.J. Simpson. But in all seriousness, a lot of you guys really believe, I think it is because a lot of you guys were beaten down by society at large, including your own so-called community. Particularly black men who don't fit the stereotype of being dope boys and thugs. I know a lot of us, I'll say this in this case, a lot of us feel as if we can't do any better. And speaking of which, back to the first point, if we want to talk about men who've been beaten down for not thinking they knew any better, let's face it, in the so-called black community, black chicks who are thin, who aren't voluptuous and thick, they're being beaten down too. Almost as much as the intellectual black man, the black man who has an IQ above 100. I mean, you hear videos of David Carroll talking about measuring contests between the black men and the black women in the race for just plain fuckery, whatever fuckery he's talking about that week. And he always references that we need, instant replay and a race to see who beats who. Well, I would call David Carroll up and his instant replay crew and have him measure who gets dogged out the most in the so-called community. The black man who's intelligent, or the black female who can maintain her weight. And you can bet on this. Whoever wins, it will be by a hair. But a lot of black men, back to the second point, a lot of black men who think they can't do any better. Honestly, a lot of you guys really think that all the best you can do are women who are thick and are somewhat appealing. I mean, you have your Nicki Minaj's, your Amber Rose, and as much as black women may hate them or claim they hate them, you have a lot of them imitating your Kim Kardashians as well. And that's what we've seen in the typical mediocre Negro, not just neighborhood, but community, but the spirit large. If you hang out in that sort of sphere, that social group, you will see increasing amount of women. A lot of these women will emulate any of the aforementioned females that I've just stated. I mean, you got these women who end up looking like the fourth Kardashian girl, and that includes the skin lightening and putting on all that kind of makeup, the typical Kardashian makeup, Amber Rose makeup, putting up all the war paint before going to the club and taking your guys' money, because you all can't resist the thick girls, the fine girls, girls who know how to twerk. Because apparently that's all we can do, right? That's all the American Negro can do. Or maybe it's just because that's all we've been told we can do. Oh, man. BS triple. Let me stop. Look, let's be honest. My personal perspective is this. If you really want to see chicks with a nice ass, with the nice asses, the proportional asses, I mean, if you dudes who haven't traveled the world, travel outside your zip code, travel outside your city, go on Google. Do some research. And look up Latinas. Hands down, the best asses. If you want to make this a contest, the best asses are Latinas. And a lot of you Negroes who come back to me and say, well, it's not just marriage clutch, it's an African. African girls have asses. I swear, up and down, man, take me to another place. Take me to Ashanti, where we sit, we was kings, and the girls twerked on the dance floor, even though there weren't dance floors in your mythical African kingdoms that the pro-blacks and the hoteps will tell you that existed, regardless of the lack of research they've done. But these Negroes would tell you, especially these pro-blacks, would tell you, well, back in the day, African girls had ass too. Well, I've been with plenty of African women. And yes, a lot of them do have nice asses. I'll give you that. But what I would consider a nice ass, you all, seeing the kind of women a lot of you guys go for, would consider these chicks' asses to be damn near ironing boards. Bent ironing boards. Let's be honest. We gotta call it out, guys. I mean, look here. A lot of you Negroes, and we all, and this is back to my second point. A lot of you Negroes know that a lot of you can't do any better. This is what this is all about. A while ago, I remember back when Minister Jab challenged Tommy Sotomayor to the was it the hoe for hoe challenge, the bitch for bitch challenge that you like to call it? Basically invited Tommy Sotomayor to go to the club, you know, one of those hole in the wall clubs you always see Jap at. I'm not hating, we just gotta call it like it is, and basically see who can get the most numbers at the very least, or who can pick up a chick to smash first, and whoever got the most numbers won. Now I'm challenging you Negroes. And I know a lot of you won't do it, but I'm challenging a lot of you mediocre Negroes to do the same thing. And what I like to call it is the thin, the trim, and the slim challenge. Because that's how I like my women. I'll be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of big ass is dope. But the thin, trim, and slim challenge, in which let's see how many numbers, or many chicks better off, of chicks who are in one of those three categories can the average mediocre Negro pull off. And to be honest, we'll know the results are. I mean, it's a rhetorical question because we all know what the result will be. And let's just say I'm not holding my breath to see what that result will be for a lot of you, what that fate will be for a lot of you, because a lot of you all will probably end up coming up short before you go home, retreat in failure, turn off the lights, turn on the computer, get the sock and lotion, and look up big asses on X videos. Or Pornhub, or RedTube, whatever you use. Or better yet, just go on Instagram. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. We all know what time it is. And here's the thing. Because the problem is, a lot of you Negroes, we all know you aren't gonna do crap about it, because well, I can say to you all day, I can make all these videos about how to join the elite, how to do this, how to do that, but at the end of the day, a lot of you all, I'm not talking about those who are generally interested in the thicker women, or those who like chicks with nice curves. Yeah, I'll give Solo and Rom some credit here, but for a lot of you Negroes out there, instead of building for yourself, instead of improving yourself, instead of making money going somewhere else, and by somewhere else I mean overseas, a lot of you all want to holler an approach. You want to tell me how much y'all niggas need hollering approach. I need hollering approach. See, hollering approach these hoes at the club, even though they don't plan on giving you any. Hollering approach these hoes in the lobby. Granted, they just want you for free drinks. Holla, approach. Okay, well, you all go holla and approach at some presentable women, and let's see how that works out for you. And we all know you aren't gonna do, or in this case, finna. By the way, what is finna? What the hell is finna? I mean, I know what it is, but where did finna come from? It's just out of the blue. It's stuff like that, honestly. Beyond anything else, it's stuff like that why we're last and why we can't get fine, slim, thin, trimmed women, and why we have to resort to getting not the Kourtney Kardashian, because a lot of you mediocre Negroes won't work for that. Not even the Kim Kardashians. A lot of you Negroes will settle for the Khloes. And I'm not talking about the Khloe of now, where I heard she lost like 15 pounds. Congratulations on that. Good work. But you all will go for the Finch's Khloe. The Khloe who honestly looks like the long-lost daughter of O.J. Simpson and Kris Kardashian. Is that her name? Chris? Yeah, whatever. I have a life outside of TMC and Entertainment Tonight and freaking hard copy for all of you old school guys out there. But yeah, I mean, the problem is a lot of Negroes out here just don't have what it takes to go after finer, thinner women. And let's be honest, you all thirst. The thirst is real, and that's the other part of the reason why the standards have become lower. It's because you all will accept anything and everything, which makes me really question: are black men really that desired, even outside of America? Please tell me it's different outside of America. I've been outside of America a few times, but within America, you can't tell. You can't tell that we're the shit in Germany and Japan and Australia and in France, in the UK, in Brazil. And granted, in Brazil, I'll give the men who go there for the asses credit, and it's but the average Brazilian chick does not look like a freaking linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Alabama Crimson Tide. Even come on, we all know that's not the case in Brazil, the Dominican Republic, Colombia, but it is in Chicago. It's Southside Chicago, man. Yo, Jack. No hating, but I've seen those chicks in those bars you hang out at. I mean, are you sure that isn't like the bar where the Bears players hang out after the games? I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're hitting on them, but don't fuck with any of those broads, dude. I hope they're on your side. But the worst thing about this is, when I'm pissed off about this, the reason why I'm pissed off about this is simple. Now you have the world thinking that we all like that. And guess what? Breaking news. We all don't. Seriously, we all don't like that kind of shape. Some of us, like myself, will range from meh to considering the kind of women that most black men like. Now, I just saw a podcast with Solo TV, and he was showing some chick who was, I think, married to an NBA player or NFL player. I don't know which one. But that honestly made me go, good for him. But a lot of you mediocre Negroes out there, I've seen some of your girls. I've heard about some of your girls. Despite a lot of you guys who talk about how black women are this and black women are that. Yeah, I've heard stuff. I won't leak top secret information. But all my response to you guys is, and the part, as I said, a lot of you guys, with your embracing of Instafat thoughts, to the point that the most approaches that come to us are the bottom barrel trash of other racists, it's not acceptable. At least not for me. At least not for X. So you know what? As a result, I'm putting my foot down. I am tired of women of all races having the attitude, particularly fat women of all races, saying, man, I don't, man, those nigga, they're gonna look at me regardless. I can gain 50 pounds, eat all the bonbons in the world. I don't gotta worry about shit, girl. Man, these niggas gonna holler at nigga, at a bitch. For real though. All I need to do, I don't even gotta bring my purse. Man, all I need to do is fit in these tight ass jeans, this tight ass shirt, and twerk, and they'll buy all drinks, girl. You in? Because that's how a lot of you do things. So I'm issuing this challenge once and for all. Any of you out there who wants me to believe that all black men are like that, and all black men have lowered standards, and the spirit of optic versus phase gaming, which is what the Avatar is, by the way, if all of you don't know. Yeah. 1v1 me, bro. 1v1 me. Challenge me. Step up to clutch. All you need to do is press start. I'll accept all takers, all challengers. And I will prove that not all black men And like a lot of these females say, not all women are like that. They want some crap. Well, not all black men are thirsty for Instafat thoughts. And everyone else out there, go get your popcorn ready. You can go back to your 2K19 mode, Lonzo Ball edition, with him throwing the stolen sunglasses, the 3-point line. You can do that in the meantime. But also in the meantime, always bet on X.